Getting your first 1,000 followers on Instagram is like pushing a stock car. At first it takes the most effort, you're sweating, pushing, barely even moving it. But the moment wheels start rolling, momentum takes over and everything gets easier and the car practically moves itself. It's the same with Instagram. The hardest part, as you probably know, is the first 1,000 followers, and then it all starts to compound. I know for a fact because it took me like a year to get 1,000 followers. It took me a year, which is insane, but I've learned from my mistakes and helped multiple of my clients get 1,000 followers and more, 1,000 pre-sold leads, I like to say. But when you get your first 1k followers, the higher ticket leads start coming to you. They start to become pre-sold, and when your sales team hops on calls, they get zero objection, and that's exactly what you want, okay? And your first 1k is the hardest, but it's when shit starts to get real. So in this video, I want to run you through the easiest path to get your first 1,000 followers on Instagram. And the reason why I'm actually creating this video is because I recently just onboarded a client like 2 weeks ago, and we've already got him to 1.1k followers from basically scratch. Okay, he hardly had any followers beforehand. Literally, I think it was like 100 or something, I'm not completely sure, but it was around that, and we got him to 1.1k. So I'm going to go through the strategies we took him to get those 1k followers, but not only followers, pre-sold high ticket leads, and hundreds of these like this. So for example, this guy reached out to my client. He was like, love the advice you're spitting. To keep in mind, we've only posted around 10 to 20 videos. I think it's around 15 videos we've posted, and been planning to buy my, because he's a business acquisition coach. He helps people buy businesses. I'm planning to buy my next business in 6 to 12 months. All my wealthiest real estate clients own blue collar businesses. They bought scaled. It's insane. Would love to hop on a call and ask you questions. Bro, that is a pre-sold lead right there. He's ready to get started basically. And also 142 leads from one video, all because of strategic content and a many chat sequence we set up. As you can see, 142 comments. They all give us their email, and we blast out email campaigns to get them on calls, and also just start conversations in the DMs, which is insane. Okay, this is with 1k followers. Imagine 142 leads, okay, pre-sold leads from 1k followers. You don't need a lot of followers. That's a big misconception in the online space. The first thing is realizing this could either take 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, or even 2 years, and you can't help that. Okay, I've had some clients get their first 1k followers from one video. I've had some where it took 2 months, and there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, well, there is if you have strategic content, but it's the algorithm. You can't control it, and that's what it's. Most businesses don't understand that the algorithm is kind of out of your control. Even if you do everything right, some meta might just not bless you, and you need to realize that. Okay, next is realizing you don't want 1,000 followers for the sake of 1,000 followers. You want 1,000 leads, and what I mean by this is you want to create content that speaks directly to your ideal client instead of randoms. So before you do anything, the first step is understanding your ideal clients. I see business owners, I see 6 to 8 figure entrepreneurs not even understand their ideal client before they create the content. They create the content and tailor their ideal client to the content, because they just get leads that are, sorry to be rude, shit. So you need to first figure out your exact ideal client, and really, you probably know a basis of this because you're a 6 to 8 figure entrepreneur, which means you've sold lots in the past. But you need to understand them really well so you can tailor your content towards them. And a really good trick to really understand this is, and to dial in your ideal client is, take 20 and download 20 of your sales team's calls and put them into ChatGPT and ask the exact pain points, desires, and buying behaviors those people have, and put them into percentages. So for example, what percentage of this is this ideal client, what percentage is that? So you're basically, what I would take is 5 of your calls that went super well, 5 of your actual like client checking calls as well, so they can understand the behavior. Then I would put the rest of just 10 of your other sales calls, but understand why most people bought and what pushed them over the edge to buy from you, even if you haven't created content. This way you can tailor your content towards those people, so you don't just get ideal followers, you actually get clients through the followers, high ticket clients. And by the way, if you want us to do this all for you, build you an Instagram content system that generates you 5 to 15 extra pre-sold leads within 90 days, we do everything for you: strategy, research, ideation, scripting, editing, posting and conversion, while you only have to do one thing one time a week, which is press record for 30 minutes to an hour. Check out the first link in the description. This is for 6 to 8 figure experts, coaches, consultants and service providers. First link in the description. Anyway, back to the video. So after you understand your ideal client, you need to understand yourself. And what I mean by this is you want to stand out in a crowd full of coaches, services and consultants. So to do this, you need your own unique mechanism, plus 3 things you think about your industry that most people don't. For example, my client, the one that I'm speaking about in this video, says business buying websites are trash and you should do off-market outreach instead to find businesses to buy. This is a very unique fault and a unique mechanism that he's pushing onto people, and this is going to shift their beliefs and think, okay, I don't need this guru, I need this guru. Well, I need this coach, which is my client. Okay, so write down 3 things and boom, you have a unique brand. Another example for me would be how I say views ain't clients. There's a lot of content gurus out there saying, oh, you need to go viral to get clients, you need to go viral to get high ticket clients. I'm saying no, you need to speak directly to your ideal client and focus on actually providing value to get them actionable wins, small wins, so they feel the next step is you. They feel the next step that they feel the next step is choosing you to take them to the next level. That's what happens when you create that type of content. So I actually have a full course free course in the description, explaining how to create content tailored to your ideal client, and it's in the second link in the description. It's completely free. You can click on that and watch that after this, or you can watch it now. It's completely up to you, but I'd watch it after this. But now all of this is complete, it's actually time to find content that already works that you can use as leverage. Now remember, this is your first 1,000 followers. There's no need to reinvent the wheel yet. Okay, and I feel like you do, when you grow, you do need to reinvent the wheel so you stand out even more. But the first 1,000 followers, bro, you just need to copy what works. Okay, and I don't want to say this and you just literally go copy what works. You need to do it in a specific way that positions you as an authority and positions you as unique as well. So let me show you exactly how to come up with content ideas that get you these kind of ideal client followers. So what you're going to do first is I'm going to do this. I'm going to do an example for my client, and this is my client, by the way. He's at 1149. And we're literally cooking right now. Like his content's doing super well. He's getting a load of leads and everything like that. And we've only done around 20 posts, so which is insane. But anyway, I want to do an example for Rick. Again, he's in the business acquisition space. So what I'm going to do is go to one of his competitors, I would say, which is doing very well in the business buying space. And this is this guy here. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to go to salt feed up here. As an extension. So what you need to do is get this extension. There's a free and paid version, and what you can do is go last 25 items, or if you've got a paid version, which I do but not on this account, what you can do is go all items. So what you need to do is go to last 25 items if you want to do it free, and then press views, and it's going to sort his last 25 videos that have done the best. Okay, now what you're going to do here is export them. You're going to do a CSV file, and then you're going to click on them. And what you can do now, or you could just do it on the Instagram, it's completely up to you, is you can go through these. You can look at the formats, look at why it worked. Okay, this worked because he weren't talking. Okay, so what you can do is maybe take this idea but talk, and maybe it will perform well. You need to test, and that's what most businesses don't understand, and that's why they can't do it themselves. Especially 6 to 8 figure entrepreneurs, they can't do this themselves. They need to test different formats. You need to test as much as possible to see what works and then go all in on that. Okay, so what you're going to do is go through the list, see what format's working, see what hooks are working, see what kind of videos working, especially the topic. The topic is what's always going to perform well. So find what topic it is and go all in on that and create it for yourself. Okay, and that's what I done for my client. And this is why we've got it so quick. This is why we got 1,000 leads, pre-sold leads quick. Okay, because we researched what worked and went all in on that. And now what we can start to do is nurture and create content that shifts beliefs, overcomes objections, answers any questions and concerns about his service, and shows social proof. And this is what's really going to push people over the edge to buy straight away. So what you're going to do after you write down 5 of their best outliers, and I forgot to mention that, sorry guys, you're going to write down 5 of their best outliers. So what you're going to do is, again, find outliers. That's what SaltFeed does. It does that. But an outlier is basically a video that's performed 3 to 5 times better than their normal videos. So let's just say one got 1k views. If you see one that got 5 to 6k views, that's an outlier, okay, for them. So and that's a really good hack, actually. If you go to smaller creators within your space but still doing better than you and find ones that they have outliers, that means it's definitely going to perform well with you creator, okay? So write down those 5 of their best outliers. What I don't want you to do is just copy this. I want you to write down the hook, the format, and the topic. Take those and add your unique mechanism into them while still using the hook, format, and topic, and this means it stays unique to your brand. So basically the value is unique, the tips you're giving them is unique, the actionable steps you're giving them is unique to you, okay? And it's like, okay, damn, I've never thought of that before. You're basically shifting their beliefs within the content, okay? So what you're going to do after that is you're going to create 20 of these videos, post them, and you yourself will find an outlier. So you yourself will find a video that performed 3 to 5 times better than the videos you've been posting. And let me show you an example for Rick. We found one that worked really well. It was actually, where was it? It was this one. This one got 3.8k views and lots of, like, a few leads actually, which is insane. One of them was me. I was just testing the ManyChat sequence. But yeah, this one was an outlier. So what we're going to do is go all in on that, okay? And we're going to try different topics around that format and try different formats around that topic. So we're going to test, okay? And that's what you need to do. You need to test and see what works. But go all in on that, and that will get you your first 1,000 followers. But should I say pre-sold leads, because you're actually tailoring it towards your ideal client, okay? Instead of just creating a random topic, okay? You need it to be within what you sell. So if you're buying businesses and helping people buy businesses, coaching them, mentoring them, you need to create something about buying business, and it needs to be related in the business space, because again, you can automate a business after buying it, that's fine, that topic's fine because it's related to that. But don't just go be like the best morning routine in the world if you want to become a successful entrepreneur. Like, that has nothing to do with it. And then you're competing against all the biggest people in your space, in the business space, like Alex Hormozi, which you won't be able to compete with at the moment, okay? Not being like, well, I am being blunt actually, because it's true, but you can't compete with those kind of people yet, big word there, yet. You will be able to once you, again, Alex Hormozi, and I've just posted a video about this. I reacted to a video saying he hired a YouTube agency or short form agency, and he said, I don't expect to get results for 10 years. Well, I expect to make progress, but I don't expect it to work for 10 years. And that's the mindset you have to have with content. I know it sounds long, and I'm not saying you won't get results in 10 years, but I'm saying if you want it to actually compound and get you high ticket clients on autopilot, you need to be in it for the long run. Okay, so that's how to get your first 1,000 followers. Again, if you want all of this done for you, click the first link in the description, watch the video, book in a free call. We can speak in more detail. You'll be speaking to me. But yeah, now you know how to get your first 1k followers on Instagram, but they may be pre-sold, but you need to know how to actually get these people on calls with your sales team. So up here, along, like wherever on the screen, there's a video that just popped up, and it's going to show you the ways to convert views on Instagram into high ticket clients. There's around 3 to 4 ways that you can do it. You can convert them into calls these ways. I go through each of them, but so yeah, go watch that. I hope you got some value from this video. Subscribe, everything like that, and push.